Now we are going to do Lab 1, Exercise 4, Deploy Microsoft Purview Message Encryption. In this lab, we will configure and test Microsoft Purview Message Encryption to secure sensitive email communication. We'll also verify Azure RMS functionality, disable social ID sign-ins, customize branding for encrypted messages, and apply a transport rule to enforce these settings for messages sent by finance team. Task 1, verify Azure RMS functionality. Here we are going to install and connect to Exchange Online PowerShell. Then we will verify Azure RMS is enabled and functioning using test templates. So I'm already logged into the client 1 machine. Let me go ahead and launch Terminal Admin window. Right click on the Start button, Terminal Admin, click on Yes. I have to run the following PowerShell command to install the module Exchange Online. Let's click on the T symbol, press Enter. It will take a minute. Press Y and then press Enter. Just give it a few seconds for it to install it. It took a minute to install, but the installation is now completed. Let's connect to Exchange Online. Connect-Exchange Online is the commandlet. Press Enter. You will be prompted to sign in with Jony account. So I'm going to be typing in the username here by clicking on the T symbol. As you know, we need to change the domain. So I'm going to go to resources and type the tenant name and click on next. To sign in, we need a password. We already changed the password to the admin password. Sign in. Know this app only. So we have completed the sign-in process. Let's go ahead and run get IRM configuration commandlet to verify Azure Rights Management Service and IRM is activated in your tenant. IRM stands for Information Rights Management. Let's run the commandlet. So rights management is true. Let's go ahead and run test IRM configuration commandlet to test Azure RMS functionality using O365 message encryption for Megan Bowen as both sender and recipients. Press Enter key. Now everything is completed successfully and the overall test result is passed. So that means it's working. Let's leave the PowerShell window as it is. Now we are going on to task number 2. We need to modify the default branding template. So in this task, we will disable the use of third-party social IDs like Google and Facebook for encrypted email access to enhance message security. Let's go ahead and get our current OME configuration, press enter, and if you notice our social ID sign-in is true enabled. So we are going to go ahead and disable that. So we're going to set social ID, sign-in ID to sign-in is false. On the OME configuration, press enter. Do you want to make changes? Yes. Now let's go ahead and verify if the configuration change has taken place by running the same command get OME configuration, and it is false. That's end of task 2. In task 3, validate default branding behavior. We are going to send a test encrypted email and confirm that recipients are only offered one-time passcode authentication and no social ID sign-in. For that, we are going to log into Outlook for Linux. So as you know, I've already created different browser profile for different users. Let's click on it. Let's choose Linne. Go to outlook.office.com. Enter. Let's sign in with Linne R. We need to change the domain name. Click on next. And if you remember, we changed their passwords to the user password as the initial password. So I'm going to select the user password here. Click on sign in. Say, I need to now change the password. So anytime I change a password, I put them as admin password. So Joni and Linne, they both have their password changed to administrative password. Click on sign in. They signed in. You can click no, but I'm going to click yes because I have a separate profile for everyone. I'm going to open up a new email. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to go ahead and send an email to a Gmail account that I just created now. So this is the Gmail account I created. I'm going to put it in the field. Let's fill out the subject line. Let's click subject, the message. I am going to pop this message out. I'm also going to enter an Outlook email address so you can see how it works on both Gmail and in Outlook. The Outlook email address I'm going to use is umeshnayark@outlook.com. Don't worry, this is just the test email account I created. I am going to go ahead and encrypt that message by going to options. This icon is the encrypt icon, and click on encrypt. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on send. I click on send, the message is sent, and I have already logged into my Gmail account here. Let's see, which browser did I use? Here we go. Let me refresh. There is my super secret message. I'm going to open the message. And if you notice, there is no social media sign-in. There is no Facebook or Google. All I see is read the message. I'm going to click on this button. Lena has sent you a protected message. Sign in to view. Sign in with one-time passcode. And then they're going to email me a one-time passcode. Let's go back to my Gmail inbox. This is my one-time passcode. Paste. Continue. So this is my message. Now, if you're using your Outlook.com, you will be able to read the message directly. Let me log into my Outlook. I have logged into the Outlook account. You see the message here. I'm going to click on this, and you should be able to read the message directly. You don't need to sign in with a one-time passcode. Now, that's the advantage if you're sending it within a Microsoft's ecosystem and if you're sending it outside of Microsoft's ecosystem. That brings us an end to task 3. Let's move on to task 4, create custom branding template. Now, in this task, we will create a new OME template for the finance department with custom text, disclaimer URL, expiry setting, and a mail flow rule. Let's go ahead and create a new OME configuration by running the following PowerShell command. New OME configuration, identity, finance department. That's the name of the configuration, and external mail expiry in 7 days. Let's press enter. Yes, I want to create. All right, so that is now created. We are going to make changes to this particular configuration. In step number 4, what we are going to do is we are going to put in an introduction text that says, from Contoso Limited, Finance Department has sent you a secured message. Press Y. Then we are going to update the body of the text by using another commandlet. The email text says, encrypted message sent from the same department, handle the content responsibly. That's the email text. The previous one was the introduction text, and this one is email text. Press Y. And then we are going to add a link to our privacy statement. This is the URL, contoso.com/privacystatement.html. And then press Y. So we have made the changes to the OME configuration that we created. Now we are going to create a new transport rule where this particular configuration is applied to all the emails that's being sent out from the finance team. So let's create a new transport rule. New transport rule name, encrypt all emails from finance team. The scope is within your organization. It applies to the members of the finance team. And this is the OME template that we created. Press enter. It does take a few seconds to finish. All right, it is completed. Let's verify the configuration. So we are going to get the OME configuration of finance department. So the things that you want to see is here is your email text, your introduction text. Social ID sign-in is enabled. Here's the privacy URL. You will also see external mail expiry interval is 7 days. That brings us an end to task number 4. In task 5, validate custom branding behavior, we are going to test the new finance branding by sending an encrypted email and confirming the custom appearances and functionality. Let's try to send the same email, finance report, not the same, this one, this is different, I think. Finance report and secret finance information from Lene Robbins. All right, so am I logged in as, let's double check, yes. Let's click on new email. 2, let's fill out the same email addresses that I did the last time, amishnairk@outlook.com and cloudlabs221@gmail.com. The subject line is going to be finance report. The message is secret finance information. And let's just go ahead and encrypt that message. I'm just going to maximize it, pop it out, go to options, and encrypt the message. One, two, three, start. Okay, I've popped it out. I filled in the details, and if I go to encrypt, I am not setting anything. No encryption, do not forward. It's set to no permission set. the default option, and I am going to send this message. The message is sent. Let's go ahead and check how the email looks. So now this is my Outlook. I'm going to refresh my Outlook. I've got the new email finance report. Now please remember, I haven't encrypted it manually. There is a default transport rule in place. Now I'm going to open this up. Let's pop this email out. Right, so I've popped the email out. Here is our introductory text. Here's the message. I think we have a privacy statement, contoso.com/privacy statement.html. Read the message. I'm going to go ahead and click on read the message. I'm going to copy the link, open a new tab, and I'm going to paste it. It is prompting me to sign in with a one-time passcode. Let's see if I'm able to get that. Refresh the mailbox. There is my one-time passcode. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it here. Click on continue. Secret finance information. Now let's go to my Gmail. I've sent the same encrypted message to my Gmail as well. I know it's not part of the lab, but I still want to show you this. Let's refresh my mailbox. So there is my finance report. I'm going to open it up. I have to read the message. This time when I clicked on the read the message, it opened up on my new tab. Again, it'll prompt me to sign in with my one-time passcode. But do you see sign in with Google? That's an option. Sign in with Google because I did not disable social ID sign in. So I'm going to stick with sign in with one-time passcode. It is going to send me a new passcode. All right, now I'm able to see the message. Now, if you don't want people to have the sign in with the social ID sign in, you remember we did a configuration change on the default template. Let me go bring up the default template one. Social ID sign in false. You should do that to the finance configuration. So this one is OME configuration. That's the default one. So what we need to do is you need to go ahead and make the changes to the finance department OME configuration and set the sign in social ID sign in to false, and it will not show up on your emails. Now that's an end of this particular exercise, which is Lab 1, Exercise 4, Deploy Microsoft Purview Message Encryption. And if you notice, we are done with Module 1's lab, and that's 46% of your entire SC-401 lab. Thank you.